If you do tomorrow what you did today, you will get tomorrow what you got today.
So you have a choice to know which step you're going to take today.
You see, how you do anything is how you do everything.
I may be hurting, I may have pains, I may have been down, but I am not out. I am getting out of this hole and into my destiny.
99% of people are not willing to do what it takes to make their dreams come true. And that's just real. At the center of bringing any dream into fruition is self-discipline. It's getting command of your mind to be able to choose actions that are in your own best interest.
So how do we get better? Every day, every hour. How do we find those resources? How do we find the energy, the knowledge to do that?
Long days of classes, long nights of studying, projects, case studies, pop quizzes, and final exams, but you keep pushing and pushing because you know one day, all of that hard work and studying will pay off.
It's not about how much you sleep, it's what you do while you're awake. Every minute has to count. Every minute has to count if you want so much, because you just don't have as many of them as you think.
But you've got to decide that I'm going to be fearless. I refuse to be denied, and I'm going to go all out. I'm going to be relentless. I don't care how many no's I encounter. You can't make a basket unless you shoot the ball. You can't hit a home run unless you take a swing at it. Most people won't even take a swing.
You leave one thing and you go to the next thing. You got the backpack mentality. You trying to pack up. You trying to do new stuff when you have to finish doing what you were supposed to do before. I don't know what time you got to get up. I don't know what time you got to go to bed. I'm not 100% sure. But what I'm telling you is you got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. And you can't just talk about it, right? You got to make it happen.
It's about, can you do better than you did yesterday? I'm talking to that person that keeps failing the mission. I'm talking to that person that just wants to beat their self of yesterday. Get up. You got a day to conquer.
There was not a single night I went to sleep feeling pressure. I just always knew I could do it.
Are you giving 120? Or are you giving 70 because of what's going on at your school? Or what's going on between you and your principal? Or what's going on between you and your peers? No, listen to me. As we move forward, I must ask you the question, how bad do you want it? And so we're dealing with real life, and I get that. But we gotta want this as bad as we wanna breathe. I wanna get you back to 120 because we need you at 120. Back to that place where not only you love education, but you're coming in with 120%.
Your life may not look anything like you thought it would look right now. But you have an opportunity today to change that. And every decision you make is either bringing you to your destiny or taking you from your destiny. Control, alt, delete. Control yourself, alter your thinking, and delete negativity. Period.
But in order for you to get it, it's blood, it's sweat, it's tears. You got to put in hours. I'm hitting the book every hour that I have. I'm putting it into that book. And it's not just about having it. It's about saying, I got to do whatever I got to do to make it work.
There is a switch inside of every one of us. And at any moment in life, you can turn that switch from surviving to winning. Today, I want you to make a decision to flip the switch inside of you. See, it's not about the blow that you took. It has everything to do with what you build after the blow. I don't care who you are, where you're from, and what you're doing. Get to it. Get to it. I wasn't in school to learn, and many of you, you're not in life to learn. The reality is if you give up too soon, if you don't learn all the lessons that you're supposed to learn, you're going to keep going in circles in life, and you will never get to where you're supposed to get to in life. You cannot overcome until you become. You can't do better academically until you become a student, until you're the first one in class, until you've read every chapter you're supposed to read before you get to class. That's right, you did the proper preparation before you got to class, all right? Can you do better? than you did yesterday. That's all I want to ask you. Can you do better? There are going to be days when you are going to be tired of being you. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want to think. You got two options. You can give up or get up. You can have journals full of dreams, but if you don't count up the cost of what it's going to take, and if you are not willing to pay that price, you cannot have your future. Begin waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning. You may have to lose sleep so that you can accomplish what it is that you've been destined to accomplish. To get to this next level is inside of you. There's always another level. And if all we're thinking about is the goal and not valuing the journey and the growth that happens along the way, then we'll miss the moment. And when we miss the value in a moment, we lack momentum and we stay stagnant, seated in reverse.
We're not waiting for it to come to us. We're going to get it. You can do whatever you want to do, be whatever you want to be, but you can't do it talking. You can't do it saying, making excuses. I'm sick. Well, I had a bad day. Listen to me, baby. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
It's necessary you take responsibility for it, that you make it happen, that you don't give up, that you don't take any objection or disappointment or defeats personally, that you keep on keeping on, that you don't decide that I can't make it because you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, that you realize that's a part of the program. Not over till I get over, not over till I get what I want. Door can't open today, look out. I'm gonna come back and take the hinges off. If you wanna make it happen, it's you. That you've got to take personal responsibility to make it happen. That you have got to own what it is that you want to do. If it's just to take yourself to another level, it's you. You've got to make that happen. We can point out many things that can make it inconvenient or can slow us down, but ultimately, it's on us.